meeting to order today, December 15th, 2025, our last board meeting of the year. Welcome, everybody. It's great to see a crowded boardroom. And I'm going to start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. Okay, presentations and recognitions, 3A. We will just get started right away, Dr. Wilson.
Madam President, members of the governing board, we're going to actually combine A and B kind of together, and I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Doolin to get this part of the show started.
I didn't know we were doing a show, but I will work on my show voice. But I'm very excited today to be able to, obviously we're going to have our Students of the Month as well as some program recognition. We would request, if the board is okay with it, to start with our Students of the Month. We would like to do that portion of the meeting first, which means we'll do B, and then after that we'll do some program recognition, and we're looking at fashion and interior design. So it's my pleasure to be able to introduce Dean Corbin. Paula Corbin is one of our deans. I forget what her official title is, but interdisciplinary studies, but her spirit animal is the Chihuahua. Because she's little but mighty. So Paula does a great job with a variety of programs. She has several different programs, and we often, because Paula's programs tend to be singulars, meaning there's one teacher, one group of students, and it doesn't have multiple sections, sometimes we overlook Paula, and she's little, so she's easy to overlook. So it was our great pleasure to have Paula here with us today, and I couldn't be happier to have Paula on my team. So I will turn it over to Ms. Corbin.
All right, thank you. Thank you guys. I just wanted to say, first of all, one of my bigger programs is the Fire Science program. And that is who we are going to be honoring today for the Student of the Month. I sent an email out to all of my team. I had them choose out of 14 programs the students that they felt like deserved to be nominated for Student of the Month. And I want to say it was a great pleasure to read all of those. And I wish that we could have them all come and you could hear all the great things about them. And I highly encourage them to still honor those students in the classroom, which they did, which was fabulous. But reading through them, Mr. Snell, one of my fire science teachers, I just was really connected with the letter that he wrote and what he had to say about a wonderful student in his class. Her name is Hadley Weaver. And I'm going to have Mr. Snell come up and say some kind words and say why he nominated Hadley to be Student of the Month.
And we will be able to see Mr. Snell over the poster.
Thank you for welcoming me. I am Nate Snell. I'm a year one fire science teacher, new teacher here at EVIT. Wanted to take this opportunity and read this letter. Mr. Rogers once said, when I was a boy and I would see scary things in the news, my mother would say to me, look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping. And I challenge you to find a better example of those willing to help than the fire service. Being a firefighter requires possessing the physical ability to perform complex, dangerous actions in often highly stressful and potentially life-threatening environments, usually under little or no direct supervision. Mentally knowing that there is often zero margin for error when making split-second decisions affecting the lives of everyone around you. Emotionally prepared that each call is potentially the worst day of someone's life. It takes someone incredibly unique, different, and special to look at that job description and think, that's my calling. Being a firefighter requires unyielding commitment to physical fitness. Recently, fire science students attempted the Tower of Terror. I'm a little proud of that one. It was kind of twisted, to be honest. A demanding Halloween challenge that simulated a multi-agency, high-rise response under highly stressful situations and conditions. Fire science participants were required to climb the training tower for more than 30 minutes consecutively while wearing over 75 pounds of equipment and air pack while carrying fire tools and hose packs. Hadley was one of only 10 students who completed the challenge, having climbed for more than 60 stories, which is the equivalent of Seattle's Space Needle. Being a firefighter also requires being courageous without being reckless. This requires unwavering discipline and dedication to mastering the craft. Hadley holds the distinction of having passed every job performance requirement, or JPR, as a first-time go. That is the hands-on skills testing. It's also important to note that we don't hold dual standards in the fire service. There's one standard. So look at somebody of Hadley's stature and somebody of my stature. She's a first-time go on every JPR testing. Let's see here. She also received praise from visiting adjunct instructors for her excellent technique and professionalism. That particular module's JPR involved carrying a 24-foot fire extension ladder weighing over 72 pounds and successfully deploying it to a second-story roof to simulate rescue operations. Now, Hadley's mom's in attendance today, so I'm not going to talk about how I also taught her to climb to the very top of that ladder, lock in her leg, let go, and lean backwards to trust in the system. Okay, 24 feet. Being a firefighter also requires being teachable, period. The best firefighters, from chiefs to captains to probationary firefighters, are the ones who check their egos at the door and engage in a lifelong pursuit of learning, growth, and adaptation. Academically, Hadley remains one of the top in the class, fiercely attacking the lesson plans, producing high-quality fire department-level assignments every week. Her strong determination sets her apart in academic contests where her sincere humility and kindness reveal her innate leadership qualities essential to the fire service that are difficult to teach. A firefighter has to be physically, mentally, and emotionally strong in today's fire service. What truly sets Hadley apart is her character. She's often the first student to arrive in the classroom each day because she wants to be fully present for her team. She mentors her peers without hesitation, offering encouragement, guidance, and support. She has elevated the entire classroom through her example of inclusion, empathy, and quiet strength. Hadley's classmates recently recognized this when they elected her class president, a role that she fulfills with integrity and compassion daily. Watching Hadley's growth as her instructor has been extremely rewarding for me because this shy, reserved, once quiet student who walked into my classroom on the first day of school has evolved into a capable young woman who understands that firefighting is so much more than putting the wet stuff on the red stuff. It's about uncompromising love and service to humanity and your community. Hadley Weaver has distinguished herself in every aspect and dimension of EVIT fire science. Today, more than ever, the world can feel like a very scary place. And I think it's really cool that we can look right here in this classroom and on this campus to find the next generation of people who are willing to help. Thank you, Hadley.
Hadley, I'd like you to come up here, please. I know a lot of times the board has questions that they might want to ask. Maybe tell them like where you go to high school, all that.
All right, I'm Hadley Weaver. It's a pleasure to be here. I go to Perry High School, a little bit of ways away from here, but it's worth the trek for sure.
Madam President,
Yes.
if I could say something, when I got here, the doors were locked and everybody was sitting outside there and all the chairs were taken, and Hadley stood up, came over and said, would I like to have her chair? It's no wonder she's Student of the Month. Good job.
That's a testament to mom and dad.
Yes, that's why I said, good job.
Well, the big question is, what got you interested in fire science? How'd you end up here today?
Well, it's a career that's always kind of interested me, and I found that that's the good thing to do, is help those around me, and that's the main part of what I'm looking for in a career that's going to help me throughout my life. And learning all about these different aspects of firefighting, and through my teacher, amazing teacher, he's helped me see that I'm not only petite, but I am strong enough to be able to do all aspects of this job. And that's what I'm most excited for, is to be able to get out there, get in a station, and help all those around me.
That's all small but mighty, small but mighty.
Madam President, I have a question. So when do you graduate?
I'm a junior in high school right now, so 2027.
Okay, and are you looking to go into the academy once you graduate?
Yes, I am. Either get hired to a station. I want to take my CPAT test, which is our physical test, as soon as possible to see if I can qualify for that and get to a station near me, or go to some academy that can help me get more certifications for myself.
Okay, wonderful.
Madam President, thank you very much. You're an amazing young lady. Your instructor is incredible. I mean, we've talked several times, but your addition to our organization has made us better. But most importantly, Mom and Dad, I know Madam President mentioned it, but young ladies and young gentlemen like this don't become that without a mom and dad that pour your love into them. So thank you.
All right. So, kind of on the heels of that, Dr. Doolin said, I feel like sometimes a lot of my smaller programs, we get overlooked a little bit. Besides fire science, besides vet, I do have a lot of singletons, which is one teacher, one program, but they are doing amazing things. And so I was, as we're in the classroom a lot, I was in fashion and interior, I don't know, a few weeks ago, and it came out and I was completely blown away. Like, I was actually in awe. I started taking pictures. I immediately went to Dr. Doolin, and I'm like, we need to celebrate, and I need to make sure that I do my part, and I start celebrating a lot of these little programs, little for EVIT, that maybe don't get as much recognition as all the bigger ones. And so today I am here. I'm going to, I want to recognize some amazing students and some amazing work that they've done, and they just blew me away in both fashion and interior. So I'm actually going to start with fashion first. So if I could have Kristen come on up. She's going to introduce to you two students. We have their outfits here. And I really want them to go into detail about how amazing these are. I know we do the fashion show every year, so a lot of you come and you see that. Before they start talking, people that are in the audience and everybody, I want you to know that these two outfits were 100% made by hand. So this outfit right here, nothing was bought at the store. And just to see that these are things that our students create is amazing. So I'm going to let Kristen go in a little bit more detail with that.
All right, well, thank you. Thank you. Good evening, Madam President and the EVIT board members. I just want to thank you for seeing them. And we have a lot of very talented young ladies and gentlemen in our class. And so to showcase just two of them is an honor. So I will call them up, but at first I want to provide to you a little background about what their projects were. Every year, fashion and interior both participate in FCCLA, and we go to state leadership conference. But we have a lot of students and we can't take every single student with us. So we start the projects in early November, and I give every student the opportunity to choose whether they want to do an FCCLA project or if they don't want to compete. I give them the opportunity if they want to or not, and we have events such as fashion design, fashion construction, repurpose and redesign, career investigation, and there's so many more. But they get to choose, and the ones that do want to go, I have to choose 3 in each event to go to state because they have a cap on how many we can take from each chapter. So I'm like, I can't do that. I see these students work day in and day out on these projects. I can't choose. So I have, we turned our workroom into a display room, and our advisory, interior as well as the fashion advisory board, comes in and they fill out the FCCLA rubrics and grade the students based on their projects, and that's how we determine who gets to go to state. Now, for the students who don't want to go to state, they need a project. So I still give them a FCCLA project. They all get to do a repurpose and redesign project through FCCLA, same guidelines, same expectations, but they have an even playing field. So I had a drive for denim on campus here, and a whole bunch of people from campus came and gave me denim. We had people from the community come and bring us denim, and those students who did not want to go to state were all given 3 pairs of jeans or denim jeans to create or repurpose a new look using those pieces. So today I have for you one that's for fashion design, and he is going to state. He's one of the top 3 that out of 9 that wanted to go, and he was chosen by the advisory board. And then the other person I'll have her come up and explain, but she is a non-FCCLA member, and she was given denim to create a new look using only denim jeans. So at this point, I'm gonna have them come up here. First, I'm gonna call up Gavin Silva, and he's gonna talk about his FCCLA fashion design project.
Hi, thank you. I'm Gavin Silva, and this is my FCCLA project. It's made out of 100% duck cotton canvas, and my whole inspiration behind it is wearable art. That's why I chose canvas, because painters paint on canvas, and that was the closest material I could get to something that you could wear. It consists of 2 pieces. It's a zip-up jacket and a pair of wide leg pants that have buttons that you can fold into shorts as well. And then the inside is fully lined with a 100% cotton, just linen fabric. And then it's fully covered in Sharpie that I had drawn on there, and it's inspired by traditional Japanese artwork. So there's mountains, and
I'm just gonna add for him, when he's talking about this, it's, the reason he does this is because you can fold it up, but when she unfolds it, the story keeps going. So that's amazing,
So
completely amazing.
did I hear correctly that you did all the art on the canvas in Sharpie?
yes, I drew all the art with Sharpie.
That is honestly like the most amazing thing I've seen.
And then to stay on brand with the Japanese artwork, I did some kanji on the back, and the first symbol means art, and the second symbol means theft, because art is theft, according to Pablo Picasso. That's a quote from him. And I really like that quote because it's true. Nothing is really truly original anymore. Everything's already been done. And for example, these aren't the first pair of pants that turn into shorts. I was inspired by other pants that can turn into shorts. All this artwork isn't my original art style. It's traditional Japanese artwork. And this isn't the first pair of pants or first pair of jacket that's ever been made. So, yes. And that's my project.
Okay, I was gonna say, oh, go ahead. No.
Well, so I'm going back to that. That's amazing. So when you turn it into the short, right, is the line of the short in such a way that the art continues from the short, but also then the art picks up again once it becomes the pant. Am I saying that the right way?
Yes, yeah. So I tried my best to line up the inside of the pant. So
I think
that
you
when
did more
turn
than
it
try
into
your best. I think you did an amazing job.
And on the other side, on the other pant leg, there is also art on the inside when you turn it into shorts, but I just left it down so that you can see that
Yeah,
they're pants.
it's amazing.
That's incredible.
Has anyone worn it?
I've tried it on.
You've tried it on? Okay, I was just curious because I really like it.
Thank you.
Okay, so.
Madam President, I have a
Yes.
question. Are you planning to do more of this? So first of all, let me ask, where do you go to high school?
I go to high school at Williamsfield in
Williamsfield.
Gilbert.
Okay. And are you planning to make this your occupation? Not necessarily this, but fashion?
That's a great question.
Put you on the spot.
As much as I would love to pursue fashion as a career, it's very difficult, very competitive, and so I'll definitely try my best to continue. But I'm always open to other options.
You might consider tattoo artist.
Are you looking to take something like this as a piece of art and market it?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to be able to sell my work one day.
That's what I was going to ask too. Have you had any commercial interest in this? Because I mean, I look at this and go, that would sell. I mean, I'm not a fashion guy, but I would buy that. It's incredible. Has there been any interest in it? I mean, has anybody seen it and offered to kind of syndicate it or help mass market it for you?
No, I haven't had any offers like that. I have had like other classmates and friends of mine like really like it and would want to buy it from me, but that's as far as it's gotten.
Oh, great job.
It's exquisite. So my experience is Project Runway, like 25 years ago. I think that's what it was. So the art is exquisite. I was looking at it beforehand and just the detail. I don't know how it's physically possible to get a Sharpie to do that in that thick material. I mean, just gorgeous. How long did this take you to do?
Oh wow, so the sewing took
You did the artwork over Thanksgiving weekend.
yes, so it took me about 3 days to actually draw everything.
I thought you were going to tell me like 6 months. You never slept. Chained him to the desk at school.
They started the project beginning of November. Wow. And it was due December 1st. So in that time frame, he had to create and draw a collection and figure out what he's going to do, purchase the stuff, and make it. So within that time frame, that's how long it took.
Yes.
Wow.
And then 7 Sharpies later.
It's incredible.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, and the next one I'm gonna call up is Miss Kylie Montgomery. She's gonna come up here and explain her non-FCCLA repurpose and redesign complete look that she has made on the mannequin over a front. Hello.
This one?
The project I was supposed to do was take a pair of jeans or many more to make a different look that didn't look like jeans. And so I really like making dresses, and so, well, I like dresses. This is the first dress I've ever actually made. And so I really like the elegant look, and so I tried to make it look as elegant as possible. And so I did the embroidery, I did ruffles and flowers.
Wow.
And my mom had some extra lace, and so I put that on too. And then I felt like it was missing something, and so I added these cuffs, these cuffling things to it.
Madam President, I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you do all of the embroidery with an embroidery machine, or was that done by hand?
I did that by hand.
Wow. That's impressive.
Thank you.
Madam President?
Yes.
So the dress is a pair of jeans. Is that, am I understanding that correctly? That was then repurposed into looking, that's amazing.
Thank you.
And the arms, that's a different pair of jeans, or did you take the denim and dye it, or is it just a different color of
I
jean?
used about 10 different pairs of jeans.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So 2 questions. So like when you get a pair of jeans, what's your thought process of like, okay, they can't be jeans anymore? Like what inspires you or what? Because I would just look and be like, I can't do this, never mind. They're jeans, right? So that one. And then what was technically the hardest part for you?
I think the top was the hardest part because I had to make my own pattern for it because it made it to fit me.
Okay.
And so making the pattern was pretty hard, and then I had to make it to where it would actually fit me.
Yeah, those are called darts, right? Is that what? Okay. Bear with me, thank you. Okay, I got some terminology. That all seems really hard.
How did you make the pattern? Do you just use like paper to do it first, and then you put that on top of the denim?
Well, I wrapped myself in saran wrap and
And then you draw like with Sharpie on the Saran
yeah, I
wrap, or-
did guidelines and then I cut it out.
It's really funny.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. So have you worn this outfit?
Yes, many times.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
It's really cool.
Where do you go to high school at?
Mesa High School.
Mesa High School. Okay, very good. Beautiful.
So is the top a pair of jeans too?
Yeah, it's I think 3 pairs
Oh, my God.
because I used the pant leg part.
Really impressive.
Wow.
And the ruffles, those are jeans too?
Yeah.
Everything.
The whole thing is a jean, Chad? That's the project.
And then the white part is a curtain from 360 Thrift.
Oh.
That's fun.
Are you wanting to go into the fashion industry?
Not really, this is just my hobby.
Wow.
It's a great hobby.
Happy to have.
That's amazing.
hobby.
Well done.
Beautiful.
Just my hobby.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right, thank you, Kristen. And one last program that I wanted to highlight was our interior design program. We have a new teacher this year, Catherine. She's an amazing addition to EVIT. She's doing wonderful things in there, and it was kind of the same thing. I went in there one day, I knew they'd been working on things, kind of the same time frame, about a month, and I was just blown away with what I saw. And so she has a couple groups and students that are here. They're going to talk about a project that they made here, and then also the concept of a store that they did, and these renderings that they made, some of them by hand. It just blows me away that we have high school students that are doing this here at EVIT. So Catherine, if you want to come on up.
Thank you for having me. So we can participate in the same program, the FCCLA, which this is completely new to me. And thankfully, Mrs. Johnson's next door, so she's been my guide through this. So with our competition, the students who were interested in competing with the FCCLA, they could choose from career path, career investigation, but the two groups that are shown today are the interior design project, which are these 3 students here, and then we have another student in the front who chose the repurpose and redesign. So I'll give you a little bit of background as to what they were told, and then I'll let them lead the way. So with the interior design project, each year FCCLA National provides students with a design scenario. So this year the design was for a retail storefront called Bloom and Root. The description that they gave us is a boutique plant shop and lifestyle brand. They are preparing to open their first brick and mortar space, and this will be the flagship location that will serve as the model for all the future stores. So these 3 chose to do that, and the students were given the dimensions of a building, the retail, the front house, ADA compliant restroom, and the back of the house. They had to, none of it was to scale. The drawing was marked out. They had to draft it by hand because we're starting AutoCAD in January. So they drew some of these by hand, some on the computer. I'll let them go over that. So that's the first group. And then Michaela with the second group, she chose repurpose and redesign. And students were to apply recycling and redesign skills to repurpose an item into a completely new product, saving it from the landfill, all while staying under a $50 budget.
Wow.
So these students have put in a lot of work, and as Mrs. Johnson class was doing theirs next door, we were running back and forth because we were under the same time frame. They started approximately November 1st, the deadline, because we had a panel of judges come in the same day. The judges came in December 1st. So it was a group effort, and then Michaela will represent hers. So.
Good evening, EVIT board, family, and friends. My name is Julia Arciniaga.
My name is Sienna Riley.
My name is Alexander Gallardo, and we are representing the PM Interior Design Program.
For our FCCLA project, our objective was to create and design a flagship space for Bloomin' Root, with a retail storefront that welcomes customers with plants, gifts, and greenery, and a private back-of-house area to support business operations. The space must reflect the client's values of sustainability, wellness, and community. The design should be both calming and energizing, supporting customer flow while creating moments of discovery and delight.
The elements of design that were incorporated throughout this project include the variation of natural colors. One example of this is our colored accent walls with tones of sage and forest green. This can also be seen in the natural dark woods we use to add an organic but calming feel to the space. When walking past the showcase windows, beautiful oak wood shelving adds a display of different botanical plants to lure customers in by the natural and creative feeling of the space.
So on one of our boards, you'll notice to the right of the customer service desk, there's a built-in shelf for display of pottery and a rolling ladder to reach the top shelf. Next, we included multiple focal points, such as a custom-made circular concrete display to present the unique botanicals. We designed a space with walls full of windows that store all of the apothecary wellness products, such as moisturizers and fragrances. To highlight Bloomin' Root's motive is an entire wall dedicated to display different types of plants that are available for purchase.
For the back of the house, we combined a comfortable and motivating feel into the space. Directly accessible from the front of the house is an ADA compliant bathroom available to all customers and staff.
Also included is a space for the employees to package items if needed for orders, with straightforward access to the storage room that contains backstock and bulk products. Around the corner is a break room space for employees to store meals in the refrigerator, grab coffee, and heat up food. And the boards. So for our boards, we have hand-drawn renderings and elevations, and some of them are also computer-generated.
We used the app SketchUp to do a 3D computer rendering of our space, of the front of house you can see on this board right here. And we also did 2 physical elevations to just showcase how you can see the space to make people really feel like it's a real place.
We made sure to add materials that would highlight the organic feeling, but also still making it feel calm and natural.
So overall, we were able to achieve the idea of a calming and inviting space throughout Bloomin' Root, supporting a natural lifestyle with an earthy feel and a convenient area for all customers as well as employees. We are confident that this design would be loved by any community. Thank you so much for listening to our design concept of Bloomin' Root.
Wow.
That's awesome. I'm all in. I love plants. As soon as you said the title, I'm like, yes, where is it? It looks great. So I always found group projects to be difficult. How did you 3 come together to make it a success? How did you divvy up the work? Did you kind of choose your strengths and everyone got to do that? Or was it seriously someone's in charge and they're like, get with it, this is how it's going down?
We kind of just split it all up and each of us had different strengths. So we just tackled it through that, and we had a lot of time in class, but we also did a lot of outside, like on weekends and staying late to just make sure that we're all doing our part and making it the best that it could be.
We also all have like very similar interior design styles, so it was easier for all of us to pick a style for our store.
That makes sense.
Can I hire you guys to remodel my house? The only tragedy with this project is that the store doesn't actually exist, so I can
Right,
buy
I know.
everything in it
I
to
would
redo my
totally
house.
go.
So I totally would go.
I was
Very
wondering
good job.
if interior design, do you guys have like the world's best bedrooms? I don't know.
I
Or
love,
are you telling your mom all the time, like, no, new couch, mom, seriously? This color's not working.
I want to redo my bedroom every 5 minutes, so.
Just quickly, what are your home high schools?
I'm a senior at Corona del Sol.
I'm a Perry senior.
And I'm a junior at Mountain View High School.
Great, thank you.
Can I say one thing, ma'am?
Yes.
So what I find fascinating is that this campus has gone through a remodel over the last 2 years, right? And I'll be honest with you, prior to the remodel, I never gave two thoughts to anything about interior design. And everybody, I mean, it's true, but I have to tell you how important the work that you guys are doing is in the overall flow of the organization, because at the end of the day, what's done and what's left isn't necessarily going to be what the construction organization does, although they built it. It's what the design and the interior design did. And Dr. Dillon has spent quite a bit of time making sure that what we're doing is a legacy left. And so I give you credit because what you are presenting here is something that I would not only enjoy and participate in, but it also has the tone and the feel of something that people will want to have as a legacy in their organization. I thought it was really, really well done.
Thank you so much.
They worked really well together. It was fun watching them. Our next designer is Michaela.
Do you want to just have a microphone here, Michaela? You can speak into this and you can stand by it.
Is it on? Oh, okay. Good evening, EVIT board members and guests. My name is Michaela Badger, and I'm an interior design student here at East Valley Institute of Technology. Thank you for the honor of being able to present my repurpose and redesign project, the coffee table that became a couch. Today, I would like to share the inspiration behind my design. When I was younger, I loved having my own personal furniture that was made specifically for children my age. Something I could keep in my bedroom or use downstairs while watching TV. I wanted to recreate that same concept but through an affordable and sustainable piece of furniture. My mom and I often go thrifting at Goodwill, and when this coffee table caught my eye, I immediately knew it would be repurposed into a children's couch. Something just for them to call their own. Along the way, I realized how much kids love snacks, so I decided to add functionality to the design by including side tables that fold down when not in use. This feature became the perfect addition to my project. The primary target for my project would be parents in the stores that cater to them, such as children's furniture retailers. I want to create a piece that people feel drawn to, something they can easily imagine in their child's bedroom and see their child using regularly. I aim to create more affordable options for children's furniture. One concern I have about the interior design industry is the high pricing, and I want to focus on making pieces that are both beautiful, sustainable, and affordable. Some things I've learned while doing this project was that every detail matters, from picking out the type of project you want to do, to evaluating the materials, testing the durability, as well as determining what pillows and fabrics to use. Wanting it all to work together in harmony. Lastly, I'd like to share a few things I love about my program, such as the hands-on learning, the endless support from my teachers, and the uplifting and welcoming environment of the classroom. Thank you again for taking time to hear about my repurpose and redesign project. Please feel free to ask any questions about my project. Thank you.
I just have a question. Could you demonstrate the side tables?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, that's great. Wonderful. That's awesome. Thank you.
Been handy.
And that whole piece of furniture was less than $50?
Yeah, so this was just like $12,
Wow.
this part, and then the other pieces, like the brackets were a little more, but it was all under $50, the price range. Yeah.
Madam President, quick question. Michaela, great job. I'm a fellow woodworker, I'm an amateur woodworker. And so I almost feel like a project like this is more difficult. I call it upcycling.
Yes.
Because you're limited to the dimensions and the finish of that. It's almost easier, I feel like, to take a raw piece of wood, or a board that you would buy at Home Depot or a woodworker supply place and build something. So huge kudos to you for turning something like that into what I would consider to be better than the original piece. But has it kind of inspired you at all to maybe focus on another project, or?
Definitely. I feel like that there's so many things, like pieces of furniture that people don't use anymore, that could be made or repurposed into something else that's more functional and that people would use nowadays, and that's like more modern as well.
Yeah.
What made you decide to focus on children's furniture?
Well, as I was saying before too, I loved like having a little couch when I was little and just like sitting and eating my little snacks. And also I just feel like it's a whole like industry and like aspect of interior design that's not like looked upon as much. I feel like definitely there's a huge market in children's furniture.
I would agree with you. As a grandma of 5, I would. And to have something that they can sit in and have their snacks that's
really
not on my
smart.
couch.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great idea.
No kidding. So I'm going to ask kind of the question earlier. So you looked at kind of, it looks like a beat up kind of
Yes.
table, and how do your wheels start turning? What's the creative process for you in taking that piece of furniture and coming up with something new?
So I saw it and I was like, well, the middle can just be completely taken out. So I could take out all of these shelves. And then the top could be put as like the back. And then I was like, all I have to do now is think of what I'm going to use as like the cushions and everything. And that took a little bit. But then I was like, oh, I can use pillows. And then I'll just cover them in repurposed fabric that we had in our classroom, which was very helpful as too. So yeah. So yeah.
I love the fabric, it's cute. So did you sew those pieces? Or
I am not an amazing sewer, so my neighbor did teach me and did help me with that part, but everything else I did by myself, yeah.
That's amazing. It's adorable.
Thank you, thank you.
Where do you go to school at?
I'm homeschooled. I'm
You're
a senior.
homeschooled. Oh, wonderful. Congratulations. Awesome.
Thank
That's
you.
great.
Madam President, can I just say one more thing? I said this to the Student of the Month, but moms, dads, of all the students that we just witnessed here tonight, they're exceptional. And I'm so grateful and I'm so fortunate that I work in an organization that has students like this, but also that have parents like this. Because oftentimes, what we see demonstrated here tonight doesn't get the value it deserves in a traditional comprehensive high school, but it does here. So Mom and Dad, thank you for giving us the opportunity to work with your son, your daughter, your grandchildren, whoever they might be, because they're exceptional. Thank you.
Yeah, we want to thank everyone for coming. This is just the highlight of what we do here. Seeing students work well together, being proud of what you do. And I mean, we had such different programs tonight.
Yeah.
Just stellar human beings. So well done. Thank you, teachers, for all that you put into it, and deans and everyone. So I appreciate it. Now, we're going to excuse you guys if you would like to go. I know you do. So please go enjoy the rest of your night, and congratulations. And just, gosh, it's like a good feeling at Christmas time. There's always like a happy, but this is like legit, like hard work earned. Proud of you guys.
Like, part of me is we should be like, meeting over. We're
Right?
done.
Let's call it. So thank you so much for coming, and enjoy your night, enjoy your holiday season.
There is hope for the world.
I was telling Mr. Boyle, I need a hobby like that. Like,
Yeah.
if that's a hobby.
Yeah,
great.
exactly. That's a
I am
hobby.
failing on my hobby
That's a hobby
level.
that produces some really cool
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
I cannot get over the artwork on that jacket.
No.
That's a
I
hobby.
want him to do a mural here. I would like
He's
to
amazing.
ask him
I
to
want
do a
him
mural
to do-
here at EVIT.
I'm not joking. I'm looking at it going, that'd be a really cool tattoo. I don't know.
Well, I'm averse to pain, so my brain never goes to tattoo. But I'm like, surely we have a wall that
It's
student
just
can,
so cool.
do
We need
something.
to auction it off. I bet,
Yes.
I mean, truly. I'm like, will it fit me?
Yes.
It's canvas, so I'm sure.
But you can never wash it.
I know
Well,
that's the
you
only
could,
thing.
because it's
You've never-
canvas, couldn't you?
Well, with the Sharpie though, the Sharpie might.
No, I think it would. Would the Sharpie wipe off?
Would the Sharpie
If you
bleed
washed
in the
it,
wash?
would the Sharpie come off?
So the Sharpie would not come off if you set it. So you would have to
Okay.
set it with an iron or a heat press.
And then once you heat set it, then you'd be able to launder it?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
But once you mass produce it, we won't have to worry about that, right?
I was right, my size, please.
Well done.
Thank you, that's
Thank you.
wild. Okay, all right, so, okay, let's just bask in the feel good for a second, and then.
Yeah, well, we got one more feel good,
We
then
got
it's
more,
good to
actually, I was
go.
gonna say, we have more feel good. Okay, so College Bound presentation, College Bound, I can speak, item 3C.
Madam President, members of the governing board, there's so many, as you saw earlier tonight, there's so many different areas within our organization that are consistent with who we expect ourselves to be. We've talked often about EVIT being a place that changes lives by loving our students and serving our communities, and there's so many on-ramps and off-ramps to that. And one on-ramp and off-ramp that we have had the privilege of being able to partner with for the last several years is College Bound AZ. And I know you've met Liz a couple times, but I've invited Liz to come back and kind of give you guys an update, because what she does and what her organization does is truly consistent with who we are as an organization. But also, Liz is passing the mantle on to Joe, and we want to introduce him as well. So Liz.
All right, well, thank you and good evening, Madam President and members of the governing board, and Dr. Wilson, thank you for having me. I wanted to introduce, my name is Liz Paulus, by the way, and I'm introducing Joe Andres, who's with me tonight, and he'll have a few remarks to say after we get through some of the preliminaries. Before I launch, I just wanted to mention I donated my husband's jeans to this project.
So, you are the success. Good job, Liz.
I can't wait to show him the picture. He's wondering what happened to all his jeans. That's great. We wanted to share just an update. We started here at EVIT back in 2018. College Bound is something I founded in 2010. And then I designed a high school program and brought it to EVIT. Some of the students that I met out in the community were EVIT students, and they had a big dream. They needed to go to college. One of them's currently in dental school. The other one has her master's degree in forensics. So when they have that kind of a dream, sometimes there are barriers and they need a little additional help to keep them moving up that ramp to college. And so that's where we fill in the gaps for the students. And so I hope all of you have this in your packet. Okay, great. I'm going to be following that as I touch on some of the highlights, and I know I just have a few minutes, so our program is designed to focus on the underrepresented students in the community that may not have an informed adult at home that can help them with the steps to college. And so knowing that they're here 4 hours a day, we designed a program that takes up 1 hour a month, and we go through 8 sessions, and then I have the wonderful opportunity to do one-on-ones as I need to do them, and they only take 5 minutes to make sure that the student is tracking on towards college. We do about 300 students each year, and so our statistics bear out the results insofar as 2,000 students since 2018 have gone on to college, including one, Kylie Henson winner, who graduated Harvard this year. So she was one of our students back in 2021. But this year, we have had some great success in terms of all the different students that are moving forward. And to highlight, we are a certified autism center, and so those students get assistance in registering with their next school when they move on, and so that their accommodations can be honored. And so several of those students have already graduated college and are out in the community. And we call the high school program Rise Scholars because it means reaching impact through student excellence. So they're out there doing what it was they dreamed about doing, and they're making a difference, and they're leaders in the community. So very proud of the fact of our high school program and the fact that we're a certified autism center. There's a lot of barriers that the students experience that might not be immediately obvious, and so one of our other metrics is we're going to exceed 20,000 meals that we have provided through our food pantry, which is in Building 15. Sometimes we have 100 students that come through at the 12 o'clock changeover that stop in because they're running between different schools and they didn't get anything to eat and they can't really, honestly can't concentrate very well. So the nurse will bring students in and we have mac and cheese and a microwave and just take care of those short-term energy dips. And so that way they can do better in school. And then we're also going to surpass our main role is advising, as I mentioned. We're going to exceed $50 million in financial awards that we've coordinated since starting here in 2018 for those 2,000 students, just to give you an idea of the impact that we could have out in the community doing this. And on top of that, we also are approaching this year, we're going to eclipse $100,000 that our program has bestowed to the students as well, between laptop computers and tuition assistance awards. Sometimes students will return back to the pipeline, so to speak, because they've gotten stuck somewhere in the college. They need assistance with tuition or when they graduate, we help them with a professional photo. We equip them with a stipend so they can have a good set of clothes. Because if you think about it, we're helping students, and it's open to anybody, by the way. And when I say college bound, it's college and career bound, because we don't really care where a student's going. If they need help, that's what we're here for, to lift them out of poverty by helping them further their education. So that's the bottom line. So we do whatever we can. We do it however we can help the students, and it's grown over time. So I'm very proud of those statistics, and it's a little bittersweet that I need to turn it over to Joe now, because this is my 16th year, and it's been such an honor. I can't even express the delight that it's been to work with. And one of them was here tonight. I'm in Rice Scholars. So the beat will go on, and I'm going to introduce Joe right now.
Thank you, Liz. Madam President, members of the board, Superintendent Wilson, I just want to say hello and give you maybe a minute of my past. I am a career educator. I grew up in a family of educators. I started a charter school as a co-founder and head administrator for a school in New Mexico for 25 years. I've taught at the college level. I've taught kindergarten students. I've done it all. I've worked in corporate America to support educational initiatives. I worked for Department of Energy lab that we provided scientific materials and knowledge-based content experts so that we could teach good science in our schools. And so I just want to let you know, this is amazing. It's what I missed. I retired in New Mexico last year, and my wife said, what do you want to do? I said, I want to get back into it. I've got a lot to offer. I met Liz. This just reaffirms my need to make sure that the talent that we have in our streets, in our homes, in our communities get utilized, and I hope that I can continue to fulfill Liz's dream of excellence for the students that attend EVIT. So that's me.
Great, thank you.
Any questions? She's teaching me.
I just want to mention we are going to have a graduation ceremony on May 7th and 8th. May 7th is the Power Campus and the 8th is here. Every year we have just a 1-hour event where they get an honor cord and all our scholarships are awarded. So last year we gave out 32 scholarships, so happy kids. So I'd love to have you come visit.
Thanks.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Joe.
I just want to say, Madam President, that these impact numbers are really, really impressive. So thank you for all that you have done and continue to do to support our students in both college, career, whatever comes next. It seems like you've got supports for all of the above. So thank you so much for that.
Well, I just wish we had more students, so we keep trying every year to recruit some more, but it's been steady between 300 and 400, so
yeah.
Let's just go with that.
How do the students do you do presentations in the class? How would a new student on campus find out about you guys?
We send emails to the home early, so Dr. Wilson will send a note out first, and then we'll follow up with a reminder, hey, this is the program, so it goes up right to their email boxes. I do make presentations at the teachers, so we recruit until, like, say, the end of August, and then I'll start making rounds and say, okay, well, we're going to leave it open for another 2 weeks, and so that hopefully we'll get a few more in there. And to be honest, it's not for all of them. So initially we signed up 380 students, but maybe their parents signed them up and they don't really understand what it is, and they don't ever show up. But that's how they find us. So we email again. I go to classrooms and make presentations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Liz.
Okay, let's see if my computer will come back on. All right, okay, so we are on to item 4, minutes. Do I have a motion?
Move the approval of the November 17th, 2025 amendments, minutes.
With the amendment?
Yes, I think that's corrected.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? Please call the vote by acclamation.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Call the public, item 5. Anyone, Dr.
No,
Wilson?
ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, item 6 is our consent agenda, A through K.
Move the approval of items 6A through K in the consent agenda.
Thank you. I'll second that. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, please call the vote.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 7, let's do 7A personnel. Is there a motion?
Madam President, I move the approval of item 7A.
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, please call the vote by acclamation.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, so personnel, so this is job description, Dr. Wilson, for the new positions.
And Madam President, members of the governing board, we're bringing to you tonight 2 different job descriptions, both in context and in conjunction with our apprenticeship grant that we received from the federal government. Both of these positions are designed to support the apprenticeship program. They're paid out of the grant, so it's not reoccurring M&O funds. The position will terminate at the time in which the grant terminates, but the rationale behind the position is, one of the things we're finding is that in the apprenticeship, our recruiters are doing a great job, and we'll come back to you and show you some numbers on the high school side that we're optimistic about. And so I think our recruiters have really figured out the high school space. We haven't quite yet figured out the adult ed space, especially in the apprenticeship area. And so what we're wanting to find is an individual or organization that has experience in recruiting and marketing adults specifically for the apprenticeship. And then as that grows, then obviously the lessons learned we can apply to the organization in total. But also as that grows, there's going to be need for some clinical, support, some clerical support for that program as well. So both of these positions are paid for out of the Build Back America grant. Both are designed to grow the apprenticeship enrollment as well as support the apprenticeship program. And both will phase out at the time in which the grant phases out.
How much longer is there on that grant?
I think it's a 6-year grant. I think we're in year 1, maybe, 1 or 2 at the most 2. I mean, so we got some time.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, because lessons learned, like I said, part of what we're hoping to be able to do is work with an individual or organization that really has experience in that space so that we can learn how to lean into that space as well, because historically, we've only really leaned into high school, and this is a different area for us.
Awesome. I like it. Any other questions? Okay, we need to make a motion on this one, 7B.
Madam President, move the approval of item 7B in the agenda.
I second.
Okay, please call the vote by acclamation.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 8A, policy discussion, Dr. Wilson.
Madam President, members of the governing board, when we were together last, there was some discussion about delinquent dollars owed to EVIT based on adult education and individuals that committed to the program, but for whatever reason didn't continue through the program, and then we have an outstanding balance, and we have dollars out there that we believe were owed because of the contracts that were signed, and rightfully so, the governing board said it makes sense for us to figure out a way to go more proactively and try to retain and retrieve those monies, but it should be beyond, it should be more than just, go do it. There should be some sort of policies around the process for that. I think it's interesting because the positions that you just approved, right? The goal is to grow adult ed, either apprenticeship but we know as we grow adult ed, it raises the likelihood of us having a greater number of individuals that potentially are delinquent in their payments. And so this becomes even more pressing. And so we didn't come to you tonight as a first read. What we came to you as just kind of a draft that our Director of Legal Services created for a policy revision that we're welcome to discuss with you tonight, or if you would like to take a look at it and you want to engage Director of Legal Services individually over the next couple of weeks, then we can bring it back as a first read. But the goal is to be able to get into a position where by the time we're at the end of January, we've had the first read and the second read, so we can start to put the systems in place to really go about trying to retrieve those dollars that we believe were owed.
I like it so far.
I do too. Thank you so much for putting this together. It's I think, very reflective of the discussion we had last time.
It shows responsibility and being proactive.
I'm just glad we're finally doing it. I think
Yeah.
it's really important.
It is important, and like I said, there's time for us to add and tweak before we bring it back to you. So if there's more information that you'd like or some revisions you'd like to see, please don't hesitate to reach out to Director of Legal Services, and we can make those modifications and then bring back for the first read that first meeting in January.
Thank you so much. Okay, item 8B, policy revisions. This is Mr. Colbell.
Thank you, Madam President. The first change is to personal leave for full-time 10-month employees. We're just trying to clarify what are the most important days for everybody to be here, and they've designated some blackout days that they definitely need to be here. And the second change was the way the policy was written before, it appeared you could not carry your personal days over from semester to semester, so we just made it clear that you can, that they just accrue on a semester basis, but they do expire at the end of the contract period, but you can carry them over from the fall to the spring semester. The second one is instructor duties and responsibilities. We're just defining the duties for the post-secondary adjunct instructors. Those were the expectations prior, but we never had a policy because the post-secondary adjunct instructors are kind of a new position, so let's clarify that. And that was all the first reads.
Any questions? Yes, Dr. Wilson.
So just clarification, in all of those, so the blackout days, there's still provision if there is an extenuating circumstance that individuals can be afforded the opportunity with the approval of the superintendent?
Correct.
Okay.
You always have the authority to do whatever you want.
Look at that.
Sad.
Hey.
That's so sad.
My goodness. Okay, no further discussion on that. Okay, thank you. We are on number 9, action item. This is policy revision second read. So, Mr. Colbell.
Thank you. The first one is eliminating the district-based management section of the board goals because it references statutes that don't apply to CTEDs, so there's really no reason to have it. And the second one is we were just adding the personal leave for part-time adult education adjunct instructors because we didn't have a policy for that position previously.
Okay, any discussion on this? Okay, I'd like to have a motion on this item, please.
Madam President, move that we approve item 9A, policy revision, second reading.
President, I second.
Thank you. Okay, please call for the vote by acclamation.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Before we go into executive session, could I ask you, Dr. Olson, that I know the end of the year came up, but in January sometime, and I know January can get crazy, if we could kind of go over some of our board policies and just to kind of update it and start our year fresh with
Sure.
reminders, whatnots,
Sure,
things that have
absolutely.
changed, things like that.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, executive session, who wants to call for it?
Madam President, I move that we go into executive session.
Madam President, I second.
Second, thank you. Please call for the vote.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. We're back in our board meeting, and we're on item 11, action items. So 11A, possible action to retain Pierce Coleman PLLC.
Madam President, I move that we retain the firm of Pierce Coleman PLLC as legal counsel for EVIT.
I second.
Okay, please call the vote.
I'm sorry, could you?
For legal counsel for EVIT with respect to the deck action that's been filed against EVIT. Sorry. Forgive me. Thank you, Kevin.
Oh, was it playing back? Okay, sorry. I was like, that sounds like me. and
I
wow.
still second.
Still second.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was not, it's referenced the lawsuit, sorry.
Thank you. Okay,
Forgive me.
please call the vote by acclamation.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Madam President, I move that we authorize the superintendent and council to proceed as directed in an executive session with respect to the item 11B on the agenda.
I second.
Okay, great. Please call the vote by acclamation.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, staff reports. Dr. Wilson.
Madam President, members of the governing board, 4 quick things. One, what a great meeting. I mean, I know we're tired and things like that, but what a great meeting. Thank you for that. Second, a happy belated birthday, Mr. Watkins. I think earlier last week you had a birthday and I missed it, so I'm sorry for that. Glad that you're still on the right side of the grass and looking good.
Absolutely.
All right.
39, right?
39.
39, they're
Yes.
holding.
Yes.
Holding.
Outstanding. Holiday season, I wish you all a wonderful holiday season. It's crazy that it just seems like yesterday was Thanksgiving and now we're right on the verge of the holiday season. But I'm very grateful that I work, and I've told you this, guys, repeatedly, I'm very grateful that I work with and for a governing board that truly has students in the best interest of their hearts. And it's a pleasure to be here and work for you. And last but not least, Miss Board President, I believe the next time we're here, we will be selecting a new board president, and I want to tell you how much I appreciated your stewardship and your leadership this past year. It's not been an easy year. We've had some challenges that we never thought we would have, but your willingness to be present and your willingness to at times be balanced, but also at times to be a little bit more proactive than I probably would be myself has been very good for the organization. So thank you for the year of leadership that you showed us.
Thank you. It's been my privilege. I've enjoyed working with this board and with leadership, and thank you. I think you are a fabulous superintendent.
Thank you.
It's been wonderful to work with you. So
Great.
there are horror stories out there, and by the grace of God, it is not here, and be here not there. So, thank you.
Thank you. And that's all I have, Madam President.
Great. So closing items. Our next meeting is January 12th. And that will be our reorganization meeting, and then moving on. And then it's the race to adjournment. Who's calling it, gentlemen?
Well, since it's the guy who usually moves is not here. By the way, is the guy who usually moves, is he okay? Have we?
He is, yes. I texted him. He says he's going to be fine.
So we should hold him in our.
Let's do it in honor of Mr. Covington.
Thoughts and prayers.
We will all say it.
Move to
I call
adjourn.
for adjournment. I'll second.
All those in
call
favor,
vote.
please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you all.